Well, hey guys, Silly Tuck here, and I'd like to quickly start off this episode by apologizing to you guys for being so goddamn boring. I'm so boring, so utterly boring, everybody hates me. Welcome back to another episode of ECW Extreme Championship Wrestling. This is Hardcore TV, as we tend to do. We're already, pretty much done January. I've got one more show to book, but since I have things written out, really, I find that things are going pretty quickly in terms of what I'm actually doing. Most of the experience that kind of takes the longest, I guess, for me personally, is writing the stuff out. So it's just interesting because the series is going pretty fast. At least in my mind. If I didn't take a little while to write that extra pay-per-view, we probably would have 2 months done in about 8-9 days. So, well, no, it'd probably be about 10 days probably, because the pay-per-view would give us about 9-10 days, and the year in review one. So yeah, probably about 10-11 actually. But yeah, I just think that that's pretty damn good timing in my opinion. We're going fast, and the fact that I'm recording this daily is pretty awesome too. And I'm trying to do as much as I can, as quickly as I can, to try to get things out, try to keep things moving, while also being able to write for things. It's weird and kind of difficult, and the schedule's kind of weird, but never mind. All right, I'll save you guys the hassle of listening to me spiel about how difficult this is, because I really do love doing this. This is awesome. I will definitely say. Something I did want to quickly point out, Episode 0 and Episode 1, Episode 0 has 52 likes, and Episode 1 has 54 likes. You guys are fucking mental. Like, that's insane. I booted up those episodes to see, I think, the views or something like that. I wanted to see if the views were different, and I saw the like numbers, and that's actually like fucking crazy. Are you kidding me? For like a TEW thing, back-to-back videos with 50 plus likes, that's crazy. That doesn't happen. If it happens often and I'm just an idiot and I don't know what I'm talking about, let me know, seriously, because when I saw that, I was so ridiculously happy. Anyways, yeah, we're in Hammerstein. Let's run the show. So we're going to open things up with Rob Van Dam, as we tend to do sometimes. So RVD's in the ring, and he's got a contract with him. But RVD very quickly says, all right, before everybody starts to panic, relax. This isn't the WCW contract, but it is the contract for my match against Tommy Dreamer in 1 month's time at ECW CyberSlam. Now, I really would hate to wrestle on that show, but you know what? I'm going to need some time to prepare, some time to chill out, some time to quell the nerves after the terrible, terrible attack I suffered from Tommy Dreamer almost a month ago now. When he came down to the ring, tore up my WCW contract, assaulted an official in front of me. It's left me rattled. It's left me shaken. And so I need about a month to properly prepare for this match. So I'm going to leave the contract with Paul Heyman. And Heyman is going to decide when it's best to hold the contract signing. But really, I hope he doesn't choose to do it live. I hope he doesn't choose to do it in front of these dingy street people. One of my favorite things I think I've ever written. RVD calls the crowd dingy street people. But yeah, so Rob Van Dam has the contract. He's laid out the challenge. We know the date for the match. We just need Tommy to sign it, really. Actually, we don't know if RVD signed it either. So, God, I really should fucking turn off Steam, shouldn't I? The worst part is now, okay, there we are. Yeah, we're going to move forward into a match as Spike Dudley takes on Danny Doran. There's a plane going on overhead. So Spike Dudley defeats Danny Doran in about 350-ish by pinfall, a double foot stomp. Jesus Christ, Finn Balor, chill out. So really, Dudley is a high-flying psychopath. Like, Spike is this little guy who puts his body on the line and just goes all out. He's really got that devil-may-care attitude, that devil-may-care style. He jumps from the top rope to Doran on the outside into the crowd with a crossbody. And it's not a super long match. TEW calls it an extremely short match. But the way it's booked, and I'll approve this to you guys, it's a... where is it here? Oh, they not have it? Yeah, there we are. It's a car crash match. So it's really fast-paced. It's go, 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 go. Get the people excited. Get the people hyped up. And Spike Dudley picks up a big victory. So we have a Chris Candido promo on Jerry Lynn. Candido says, what I've been doing over these past couple weeks, as I've already told you all, isn't just for myself. But it's for all the other young talent here in ECW. People like Steve Corino, who you tried to keep down, Jerry. People like the guys who just wrestled, Spike and Danny Doran, who you've held down. I'm not going to stand for that anymore, and I don't think these people should have to stand for that. Jerry Lynn, I'm going to kick your ass. And I'm going to do it for the future of Extreme Championship Wrestling. We have Paul Heyman, and he's backstage. He says he's just kind of talking to the camera. He says, "So Steve, last week you came into my office and you told me that you didn't care to do the whole hardcore thing. You called my talent psychopaths, asylum patients, and bloodthirsty animals. You know, really, I don't think we take too kindly to that here in ECW. So I've thought about it, and if you don't want to fight, the ECWA, well, that's tough shit. You can step up or step off. If you decide to step up, and you're not going to blow your first chance on a large stage, you're going to be in the main event tonight. And you're going to be taking on Sabu." So there's our main event of the evening, folks. Corino taking on Sabu, but will Corino show up? And if he doesn't, what does that look like for the main event? So we now move into another match as Tazz is going to take on Doug Furnas. Doug Furnas, god damn it. So Tazz defeats Doug in 10 minutes, so it's a surprisingly competitive match. Doug really shows really what he can do on his own. He's a bigger guy. He's a muscular, bigger guy. But Tazz still kind of has his way with him in terms of, like, throws and stuff like that. He clearly, like, he's tossing Furnas around the ring, despite being probably double the size of Tazz and being completely jacked. It just goes to show how really deceptively strong Tazz is. He's a monster. Furnas, you know, he brawls a little bit, doing big guy kind of spots, you know. Tazz doesn't play to that, though. Tazz is also a guy who's a bigger guy. I mean, not size-wise, but wrestling-wise, in-ring-wise. He wrestles like a bigger guy. So it's a lot of hard-hitting shots and a lot of tosses, and a lot of throws, and a lot of blocks of throws. And we have a really, really kind of slow-paced, kind of throw attempt, block, counter, belly-to-belly attempt, block. We have really this kind of slow-type technical match, which is kind of off-key for both of them. Furnas more of a brawler, and Tazz more accustomed to just beating people up, let's be honest. He's a fucking monster. So it's kind of interesting, but then eventually Tazz breaks Furnas's defense and unleashes a fury of different kinds of suplexes on him, finally ending it off with the T-bone suplex. So yeah, Tazz picking up a pretty good victory here. Right after the match, though, Chastity comes out and says, "Now, Just Incredible right now, he's at home, he's healing, he's not here tonight, but Tazz, I am. And I've come to ask you something on behalf of Just Incredible. When you face Just incredible. On, what the hell would it be in game? Week 1 of February. Tazz, you need to put that television title on the line to make it worth Just Incredible's time and his effort to heal up. And Tazz is like, you do realize that makes no sense, right? You know, fuck it. Doesn't matter. You want the title on the line? Title's on the line. I don't care where it is, how it is, what the rules are, what the rules aren't, what's on the line, what isn't on the line. Anybody you throw at me, I'm going to knock him down. Credible, you think you have a chance at surviving? Well, you know what? Credible, you can beat me if you can. But you won't survive. Because I won't let you. Tazz tosses down the mic. And Chastity's kind of like, yeah, I don't know if what I did there was the best thing to do, actually. But hey, I got my boy a title shot. That's good, right? Right? We get a promo here from Tommy Rich with the FBI boys. And they talk about how at the Guilty as Charged pay-per-view, they did it. They pulled off what some people are calling an upset. They pulled off a huge win, defeating the Gangstonators in a Falls Count Anywhere match. A match that really catered to the Gangstonators' skill set. Tommy Rich says, make one thing clear. That's no upset. My boys here, the full-blooded Italians, we are the tag team champions for a reason. We are the world tag team champions for a reason. We're the best tag team in all of ECW. So we got one question. Who's next? Some big words from a team that maybe can't really back it up, to be totally honest. But who knows? We get a promo here from not Jerry Lynn. I was going to say Jerry Lynn. No, it's Shane Douglas. And again, he's with Francina Del Marie, and we're not really too sure where Storm is. You know, Candido had a bit of a promo earlier, and Shane's actually going to mention him here in this promo. So Douglas opens up with saying, I'd want to quickly preface everything I'm going to say here with Chris, if you're listening to this, I got your back, brother. We're going to take down old man Lynn. Can't be holding down these young talents anymore. Next week, in the main event, however, there's going to be something that I won't be in on, because it'll be other dudes fighting for a chance to become the #1 contender for my ECW championship, to take on the franchise. You see here, we're going to have Bam Bam Bigelow, that big dumbass man. Big dumbass man? What the hell? We're going to have the Sandman, that man who doesn't know a hold of wrestling, doesn't know a lick about technical perfection. And we're going to have Sabu, the suicidal, genocidal, homicidal maniac. And those three psychopaths are going to fight in the ring. They're going to battle in the ring. They're going to cut each other and bleed for the opportunity to lose to the franchise Shane Douglas. So there we are. Shane Douglas has just announced that next week, I guess? Yeah, next week, there's going to be a #1 contender match. #1 contenders match. Jesus, I can't speak. I don't know what's going on with me right now, but I can't speak. I don't know if I'm getting a cold or what the hell's going on, but like, I don't know. I can't speak most of the time. Sabu and the Sandman. There we are. So that matchup is for next week. #1 contenders match for the ECW World Championship. And now it's time for our main event. As Steve Corino does indeed come down to the ring. Steve Corino has chosen to step up instead of step off. And we do see, Paul Heyman's near the ring for the main event. He was interested to see if Corino would come out, probably willing to find a replacement if Corino didn't come out. And Corino does choose to come out, and he passes Paul, and, he glares at Paul, and Paul nods to him, tips his hat a little bit. You came out. You showed that maybe you're not a giant piece of shit. And let's move on to the main event of the evening. Steve Corino taking on Sabu. Will Steve Corino find a way to conquer the suicidal, homicidal, genocidal maniac's crazy-ass style, or will it prove too much for the old school dude? I think he's actually the king of old school. I don't really know, actually. But anyways, 58 C-. Pretty damn good stuff. Wow, really? They didn't actually even use the submission I wanted? Okay, whatever. So anyways, Corino takes on Sabu. Sabu basically kicks Corino's ass for the first half of the match. Corino's kind of slow-paced grappling stuff is neutralized by Sabu's crazy-ass use of weapons. He's got stiff strikes, he's all out, he's high-flying, he's fucking crazy. Corino's like, holy shit, what the hell? Oh my god, holy shit. Like, everything that he does is just, he's hit in the face with something, Sabu, like, flies across the ring, he just screams at Corino and hammers him in the face. Corino's overwhelmed for a little bit, but then Corino takes control. He dodges a chair shot, and sweeps Sabu's leg and slowly begins to work around Sabu's leg. He uses a knee bar, and he tries to, ground the maniac. He tries to pop that knee out of place, tries to stop him from being able to use his high-octane offense, make him tap out. And Sabu's leg gets fucking knackered over the course of the second half of this match. Like, Corino just keeps going back to it. Never using weapons. That's something I must stress. Corino is not interested in using weapons. He's interested in working down Sabu like a wrestler. And so Sabu tries to go and hit the triple jump moonsault, and he can't. He can get one jump, he jumps to the second one, his knee gives out, and he drops. And he's like, oh shit. So, we go for a little bit longer, and he tries it again. One jump, and he can't get the second one, even remotely close. And he's like, fuck. And so this results in a real style change for Sabu. He has to resort to kind of bare bones type wrestling, and he works over the back of Corino, and eventually makes Corino tap out with a camel clutch. So Sabu showing he is not a one-trick pony. He's not just some crazy high-flying psychopath. Maybe there are some brains behind the psychopath, as he was able to neutralize Corino, take down, work on his back, and actually made him submit with the camel clutch. And so, yeah, not much to say there, really. We had a pretty damn good show, but typically I'm starting to expect these things. RVD continues to be a fucking god. Like, just flat out, RVD continues to be great. He's awesome. He's the best property that ECW ever had. I will just say that. Ever, I think. Yeah, he's the best worker they've ever had, like the best in-ring wrestler. He's probably the most charismatic out of all of them. He had the best character, in my opinion. Rob Van Dam's the fucking shit, dude. Like, just literally, he's the fucking shit. Yeah, so let's continue here and head on to the main screen, I guess. And there's Roland Alexander. Jesus Christ. Uh-oh. Shit, I think my recording software went off there for a minute, but I think we're okay. I haven't done anything. I literally just got here. So all you missed, I guess, was me making fun of Roland Alexander, because I don't know, I made fun of him. So if we look here, did we make money? That's up from what we had. So that's good to see. Yeah, that's up, because we had what, 444, like 80 something. I don't really know. I decided to pay off everybody but Axel, because fuck you, Axel. You're the reason that this is happening. So, and like literally, when I fire you because you did it again, I'm not going to have much to say. Inevitably, though, when we do fire Axel because he's on drugs, I have a few ideas of what I want to do. I'm really shocked that, like, to be honest, at this point in the save, I would have expected some dudes to, get fired. You know what I mean? Like 2 Cold Scorpio, a dude who the Fed used terribly, hasn't dropped somehow, which sucks, because I would want to use him. Another guy I was expecting, even though he's a little bit more over and a little bit like higher up on the card, Perry Saturn. I expected Saturn to drop by now, and I would take Saturn. But no, really, nobody's dropped from the Feds at all yet, I think. Hold on, let me check. WCW alumni. Whoops, missed. Yep, no alumni found. WF alumni. Yep, no alumni found. So yeah, kind of just weird in general. Something I wanted to say offhand is in this game, in this mod, I guess specifically, Shawn Michaels' injury or whatever is like a story or whatever. It's like a narrative or whatever that where you can just go in then and change it so he has like he's retired or whatever. I'm not gonna do that, to be honest, because I just don't really feel like it. I think they can keep Shawn. Yeah, I don't know what you guys think about that, but I'm not really gonna mind myself with their business or whatever. I'm just gonna kind of let myself do my own thing, and if they get to keep Shawn. But that's probably because I don't think the Royal Rumble's happened yet, and like they like already said the thing where they're like, Shawn Michaels injured himself against the Undertaker at the Royal Rumble. I don't know what that voice was. Oh dear God. Where the hell is history? There we are. Yeah, so they haven't done the Rumble yet, and like they gave me the thing or whatever where it was like, oh, the Royal Rumble, that it happened, and like Shawn fucked his back, which makes me think that that's a fuck up on the mod maker's part. Because it happened, I think, like right after this Raw, and I was like, yeah, you can see there Shawn Michaels working that Raw. I just noticed Norman Smiley also. That's pretty cool. But yeah, nothing really much has happened at all with the big things, with the big kind of feds. And I know that we're not too far into this. We're like a month, and well, we're almost basically 2 months in here now. I gotta exit that out quickly. We're almost 2 months in there now, but like I expected somebody to drop, even like a jobber, but no, nobody's dropped. It's kind of shit, I won't lie. But yeah, no, I do have some ideas of who I want to bring in. I do have some ideas. The comments have been pretty good in terms of suggesting people. Definitely looking at Tajiri for the guy who keeps mentioning Tajiri. Forget your name, sorry, buddy. But that's the only reason I'm a little bit comprehensive. Comprehensive? What the fuck? No, I'm a little what the hell's the word? Apprehensive. Thank you, brain. I'm a little comprehensive. Jesus Christ, Tucker. Yeah, no, but just because his pop's so low, and I don't know if I can totally build him up, if I want to build him up, or if I just want to, like, I don't know what I want to do at this point, to be totally honest, okay? Because Axel's not even fired yet, and if Axel's drugs just kind of go away, then I'm okay with that. Something I did quickly want to show you guys is the new workers who spawned this year. I don't know what the hell to call it. Actually, I'll do it through here. I don't know if you just heard my dog sneeze in the background. Jesus Christ. What a great quality production we have here at Silly Tuck. At Silly Tuck? No, I am Silly Tuck. We're not at Silly Tuck. Stop it, Tucker. Stop being weird. So anyways, these are all the people who debuted, right? So it's Giant Silva, Mike fucking Tyson. So if the Giant Silva name kind of reminds you of anybody, because it's what's his name? He was the dude in the fucking oddities or whatever. So Mike Tyson, yeah, just Mike Tyson, 100 pop everywhere. Like, oh my god, literally 100 pop everywhere. He's the most famous man on the planet. People I haven't heard of. Excalibur's here, but of course, like all these people love zero pop, really, aside from what's his name, probably? Tyson. Like, we have Excalibur, Homeless Jimmy, who is somebody who I'm actually debating bringing on in just as a fucking joke, because Homeless Jimmy, he can work hardcore matches. I'm assuming this is one of the CZCW guys. I don't know CZCW at all. I will quickly state that. So, if this is some kind of fucking god tier guy who I'll fucking bury if I bring him in, and he's just some homeless dude, let me know. Hook Bomberry, who I know from, like, him kind of being just around, I think, in different saves. Chris Diamond reminds me of somebody. Nope, he doesn't have a picture. Necro Butcher, who is somebody who I'm thinking about bringing in anyways. But he's right proper shit at wrestling. I will quickly state that. Paul Travell, Johnny Moss. I haven't looked at any of these things before. Oh, Jesus Christ, he is a big lad. John Ryan, not Joe Ryan, Jack Jester, Rampage Brown. So, you know, some future players in the British indie scene. Oh, wait, hold on. I haven't seen these ones before. Are these, like, just random gents? They are. Yeah, okay. Because certain areas, I guess, didn't have enough people. Because I was about to say, I'm like, I've never seen these people. Yeah, I think it's all just different announcers and stuff, right? Like, Troy fucking Cooper. He's a ref. Korichi Kata. He's a color commentator who already has, like, fucking, like, 3 different jobs. Jesus. Yeah, it's just a lot of the game itself. Oh, yeah, you can see, right, when the Tuesday ones start, that's the game itself going, oh, shit, don't have enough guys for these areas, and they start bringing them in through the gen system. But yeah, so Hardcore TV was good. We're going to move towards our final Hardcore TV of the year. Let me know what you guys think about me possibly signing, like, Butcher, Homeless Jimmy, who would be a fucking proper riot to have, I think, just because his name is fucking Homeless Jimmy. Like, how do you not pop for a guy whose name is Homeless fucking Jimmy? Again, I don't know if he's some kind of CZCW legend or if he was just a solid worker who didn't do anything, but I popped so fucking hard for just the name. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry I've taken up so much of your time here with this little end babble. Yeah, this is Silly Talk. Signing out.